What's the Not Your Finest Hour podcast? What is that all? I mean, I've heard stories.
Not Our Finest Hour podcast. I'll have to check out one of these days when I get a minute to listen to it. I've been told it's not for everyone. It's the general reviews I hear on it. It has been getting really good reviews.
And I've never personally listened to it, but I have heard it's not for everyone.
I listened to the Not Our Finest Hour podcast. Just great podcast. I've really enjoyed that.
I'm not endorsing anything. From what Caleb told me, he said, don't endorse anything unless you listen to it first.
I do once in a while listen in, and it's a lot of fun. But I do got to be careful. It is not for everyone.
Caleb Allman is always dropping nugs that it's one of the most value-added shows out there.
Of course, through all the Not Our Finest Hour, you guys poking fun at so much different stuff is absolutely killer.
I don't feel any oppression tonight. In fact, I feel very free. Not Our Finest Hour podcast. Thanks for being here.
I'm Interlock in, and I wouldn't fucking miss the Not Our Finest Hour podcast for nothing.
Welcome to the beginning of the podcast, which we didn't record one last week because Chad fucked off to Scotland on a private, didn't take any regard for this podcast in his personal life, just totally ignored the existence of it, took off totally irresponsibly, no warning, didn't tell anyone, doesn't care at all that we finally got a sponsor from the National Heavy Equipment Show, April, what, Mike?
23rd to the 24th.
And Chad does not give a shit that we will be there recording the podcast live. Chad cares about none of it.
They're paying for my hotel.
He's probably booking another fucking trip to Scotland during the National Heavy Equipment Show.
I can't afford to go back to Scotland. It's fucking expensive there.
It's terribly expensive there. You think it's expensive here, and then you go to the UK. And you wonder why anyone is immigrant. You should have just claimed asylum, and they would have paid for your whole trip.
Yeah, I suppose.
I'm sure you could claim asylum from Canada. It's a shithole now.
Yeah, it is a shithole. It's
they can't even have a funeral for the little girl who got gunned down in British Columbia because her dad said we should stop focusing on the shooter and start focusing on the victims. And so the trans people have gone to war and threatened to kill her family and shoot everyone at the funeral because he disrespected their rights. Because
oh my God.
And the RCMP isn't even investigating it or looking into it because they're too scared of it's fucking crazy. So you probably could have claimed asylum because you're not transgender.
I think the UK has a similar problem though. So I don't know.
But they would still grant you asylum and pay for your trip. They give out hotels in the UK. You just had to arrive by boat. You should have flown there, then climbed into a boat and fucking come across the English Channel and been like, I'm here for a concert, but I need asylum.
I was already on the right side of the channel. I was in the UK.
I know, you got to fake it. Get a free trip. Asylum, man. How was the trip, though? Expensive, obviously. Worth it?
Expensive. It was great. It was really nice down there. Up there. Sideways there, whichever way direction it is from here. It's awesome. Like, it's cool. It's nice to visit.
I have been to Edinburgh where that spinning stone is.
Did the people looked at me like I was a fucking complete asshole?
Oh, when I was there, everyone was spitting on it.
Yeah,
it was a thing.
I felt like the Hoc Trois girl.
Oh, when I was there, it was like a thing. Everyone was doing it.
No, like people were like, "Oh my God, he just spit on this fucking monument or whatever." Like, you're supposed to do that.
Nobody else was?
Well, yeah, some of the locals were. There were construction guys spitting on it, and like, oh yeah, you're supposed to spit on this thing. So,
isn't there a sign? There's a sign beside it, isn't there?
No, there's a sign down the road for it's like part of the last old jail or something like that, and it's like a disdain for jails and government and all this shit. So you're supposed to spit on it. So I'm gonna start selling that as a feature in landscapes. I'm gonna make a little spot where people come to spit.
Nice.
In every landscape. We'll see how it takes off. If you got water features, you got spit features.
Spit like features. Yeah. You could install a spittoon.
Yeah. Outdoor urinal, something, whatever.
I wonder if you can still buy a spittoon on Amazon. This is a great idea to start installing spittoons. We would be the only.
Well,
You could be
every,
the only contractor offering a spittoon for
every
all the
year
people
there's a
who are
new
chewing
feature.
tobacco.
Yeah. Does anything come up?
Spittoon for chewing tobacco. Yeah, you can buy a spittoon on Amazon. Now, I will say there's not a shit ton of selection. There's a pocket spittoon. We need a big spittoon. Oh, here it is. $161. Hammersmith Ironworks copper spittoon, hammered copper. That's the kind of thing you build as a feature in a fucking patio.
Yeah.
Chad,
I
this
can
is
get
why
behind.
you're so much more successful than me. This is brilliant.
Well, I'm not in, especially in the winter, I'm not more successful than you are. Because you're out there every night killing it, and I am chasing my tail over here. Like I am chomping at the bit to get going. I'm pricing everything under the sun, man. I don't even want it, but it's getting a price.
Hmm.
Like that's just how ready I am to get back at it.
I was saying to one of our clients that I think we've moved snow every day, every week since the 1st of December.
That's incredible.
Every single week we've moved snow. At least one day, but probably multiple days per week since the 1st of December. We've moved snow every single day. I said, I think that this week is the end. And he was like, nope, I just scored a big snow moving thing for next week, probably. Oh, okay.
Perfect.
Sick. Let's move more
Although
snow
the
next
weather's
week.
supposed to
Move it
for you.
before it
well,
melts.
Yeah,
Moving
it all comes to an end. And like I say, I'll never be sad that it's over. I'll always be happy that it happened.
especially when it's in your bank account.
Yeah. Yeah, when it's in our bank account, it will definitely be good.
That will happen then.
Yeah. It's
You'll
been
forget of all the nights where you didn't sleep for 22
yeah,
hours.
we had because we essentially we pay the brokers every week, right? But they get paid every 2 weeks from the day they work. But really, because they're all with us almost all the time, that gets into getting paid every week in a cycle, right?
Yeah.
And we had 1 week was 2 weeks ago. The broker bill was $80,000.
Oh. As long as it's being followed by regular payments from your guys, like people that you work for, then fine. But it's not a little bit of money, Not a lot of people can float that.
So the first week was 50, then the next one was 80, and then this week was 40.
Mm.
Like, and then it slowed down after that, and we've been using our own trucks a lot right now. So, yeah. Everyone always says they want to be you until they are you.
I don't want to be you at this time of year. It's miserable being up all night every night.
It's my favorite time. I think it's my favorite time of year.
Hey.
I love moving the snow. I love it all. It's like has to be done right now. People call you. My phone's ringing. It's like super mentally stimulating for me. I think it's my favorite time of year.
If I saw the paycheck associated with it, I might be more inclined to fall into it. But me being on the outside, only seeing the bad parts of it, hey, I don't want it.
I think that part of it is though that it's like it's not about I think it always boils down to like you do a lot of stuff for the money and I do a lot of stuff for whatever reason, but it's not normally money. Money isn't the driving factor behind almost anything that I do. So like I like the rush of it. The money is great, but like I like the rush of it.
I like the fact that I'm kept busy. I always want to be doing something, feel like I'm being productive or whatever, right? But I'd be lying to you if I said the money isn't my favorite part of it.
It's not my favorite part.
It is for sure for me. Like it's just maybe it's.
But I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think that I would be the odd person out of if you took a whole bunch of business people that own businesses and said, "Is your favorite part the money?" I bet that like 99% of them would say yes. I think you're in the majority. I think I'm in the minority saying like it's not.
Well, it makes it more enjoyable for you if it's not the money that you're chasing.
Sometimes, yeah. I want to have enough money to make sure everyone gets paid. I think that like one of the things that makes both Kelly and I the happiest in the winter is that like all the guys that aren't our normal, like, the broker guys. For a lot of these people, this like made their whole winter.
Mhm.
Like it made their whole lives easier. We have brokers that working for us this season that have never made this much money in the winter.
Perfect.
And
Nice.
they're
But
so happy, and it changes their lives and it changes their families' lives. And I think that for me is bigger and more important than the money that we make.
make sure you tell them that, hey, this isn't a normal winter. 2 years ago, you were fucking starving.
Yeah.
You said it yourself.
Well,
You're
they
like, "I'm
know. I
fucking
mean,
soda."
everybody knows that. Like, I think though that
Do
one
they?
of the
It's like the people that started their business in COVID. It's
yeah,
always
yeah,
going to be this great. It's always, and then tits up, dump trailers for sale. Everything's gone, you know?
yeah, dump trailer. Yeah, well, um, I don't. I just, in the since when we're talking about the whole, like, you bought that Dodge and I bought the Toyota, and like I did get walloped on the Toyota this spring pretty hard.
What do you mean, like safety?
Well, the safety was nothing. It was like $300.
Okay.
The safety was because we bought it, we put 4 grand into it to get it safetied. We drove it all year after we bought it. We didn't spend a penny on it. It was very good. And then right at the end of the season, like middle of December, it just was really sluggish. Like the tranny was sluggish, shifting gears. And so Cody took it down and got the tranny fluid changed, but the tranny fluid wasn't burnt in any way. So it wasn't the tranny, but I guess Toyotas have some kind of weird air compression system on them that runs all through them. They're the only trucks, and no one even know. Like, okay, like the mechanic that we use to certify the trucks is like, I don't know what this does or why it's on here, but this is what's fucking up. They go into limp mode when that's fucked up. So the truck was essentially in limp mode. So it had to go to Toyota because they were the only ones that seemed to understand anything about it. And so it was $5,000 to fix this air thing in the truck.
Of course it was. Yeah.
But when I was standing there, the women behind the service desk, when I went to pay for it, they were like, thought I was going to be like hyper angry or something about this bill. This is $5,000. And I was like, I said to them, well, like, what do you want me to do? Not pay it and not fix the truck? And they said, well, I guess. And I'm like, well, you want me to buy a new one for $90,000 when it's a massive recession? And the guy who runs the Bank of Canada literally said this country will never recover. And all the stuff that Carney's doing is a massive gamble. And even if the gambles pay off with what Carney's doing, the Bank of Canada and Carney don't expect it to see the benefits of it for 25 to 30 years. Like, the whole article was about how more than likely the people that are suffering right now on the gambles that Carney is taking, when it does pay off, will all be dead. I'm like, so in that environment right now, this is the current economic environment of Canada we're all dealing with. And I'm not debating whether he's doing good things or bad things. This is right from the bank, the governor of the Bank of Canada. I'm like, you think I'd rather buy a truck for $100,000 than put this one that has one $5,000 item on it that I own, that if nothing happens for me this year, I can park in the corner. I have the $5,000, so I'll fix it. I'll park it in the corner. If I never use it, I don't give a fuck.
You told all that to the Toyota?
Yes, I did.
I think she would have preferred to get yelled at.
She was like, oh, okay. I was like, what do you want? I just said, what do you want me to do? You want me to buy a new one? No, it's never happening.
The sales
I'll never
worked out.
Yeah, it's like, no, we're gonna fix it. We're gonna fix this, and then we're gonna fucking park it in the corner. And if I need it, amazing. I hope that we get busy this year, and I hope that I hope that work comes in. But if it doesn't, I don't fucking care if the Toyota sits there. What difference does it make in my life? The insurance payment every month of like $75 or something to insure a 2007 Toyota Tundra.
Perfect.
Like, I don't give a fuck. If we don't have any work this year, I don't really fucking care.
Well, no, because you had a phenomenal winter.
Yeah, but even like, as long as we have enough, if we have enough work this season, that the guys we have, the people that we have steady paychecks for the summer or for the season, that's what I care about. And if they got to fuck around at the yard for a couple weeks to get a paycheck in the middle of the summer or something because we're slow, I don't really care.
Yeah.
I mean, my preference is to be busy. The goal is to be busy. But the only thing that we don't own, there's two things we don't own outright on that side of the business. And one is the stupid black Dodge that needs to leave. And the other one is the T66. But if I wanted, I could sell the T595 and the S70 and pay off the T66. Because we have a whole collection of shit we own. So, like, if that's all the overhead that we really have, I don't really. All the other overhead, anything else we owe money on comes out of the trucking company. It's overhead.
Yeah. It's
So, like, what does it matter? We own all the trucks. We own all the trailer, minus the stupid black Dodge. Which I was like, I'm going to sell this black Dodge. I'm going to get rid of this thing. I'm so fucking done with it. We spent $13,000 on after treatment shit for it to get the engine light off so that it was out of limp mode because it was totally destroyed, which was my fault because we drove it for 3 years with the fucking engine light on and I didn't address it, whatever. And I was like, okay, we're going to get this thing commercially certified. We're going to put a commercial sticker on it. We're going to fucking get it, like, spent $300 getting it detailed, get the roof shampooed, all the fucking shit, like, make this thing look like brand new. And then we're going to peel all the fucking Paver King stickers off it. I'm going to put it on Facebook for $35,000, which is a bargain for what it is. Just because I don't want it anymore. I don't want it around anymore. We make payments on it. I need 35 grand to get out from under it. It's a good deal at 35 grand. We'll get the fuck rid of this thing. And that now it has some kind of parasitic draw on it and it fucking kills the batteries every 2 days. And I'm like, what the fuck, man? I'm so done with this fucking thing.
You can find it. I'm
so fucking done with this fucking thing because I'm like, I can't sell it if it's not right. Like, it'll never be perfect. It's used, but it needs to be right.
Yeah.
I can't like charge the batteries one day, sell it, and then let them take it home. And when they don't drive it, if you don't start it every day, they die.
Pain in the ass, yeah.
When you chat GTP it or Google it, it comes up as the grid heater relay is probably garbage in it. Because if the grid heaters are what fucking draws the most power from the batteries, and if the grid heater relay is fucked and it's even drawing an eighth of the power, the grid heater, because the relay is not fully shutting off, it'll kill the batteries. So I don't know how much it is to replace the grid heater relay, but that's probably what it is.
Did you hear that we're getting the next generation of heavy truck engines? That, like, they're redoing the fucking DPF, that whole fucking thing, right? The regulations have changed, right?
Yes.
So every motor company has to put out their new and improved fucking way to deal with exhaust. So Cummins is electrifying it and burning it electrically. Detroit is fucking spraying it twice with DEF. And Volvo doesn't know yet, and International doesn't know yet what they're doing, and Kenworth doesn't know what they're doing yet, or haven't.
Well, International and Kenworth don't make motors. Well, Kenworth does. They make Packard. Kenworth and Peterborough.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Packard.
They're owned by Packard.
Yeah.
International doesn't make motors.
They make motors. MaxForce is a International thing.
Yeah, but they don't make them anymore.
They make their own motor. International makes their own motor.
Okay. Not in any of the dump trucks I see. They all have Cummins motors in them.
No, but I'm pretty sure they do. I understand why they went back to Cummins, but let's check it real quick.
They might, but I haven't seen any maybe in the smaller heavy trucks, but not in the big trucks. The big trucks all have Cummins motors in them. There's not even another option anymore.
I don't know. But apparently, according to my sales guy, there is. But
your international sales guy?
No, my Western Star sales guy. So anyway, it's a whole fuck around. We're gonna have to go through the same fucking bullshit that we did in 2009 and 2000.
Well, what's even more fucked up is they're not doing it in the States. They canceled it. So we're going to be the only country with it too.
Yeah.
Because in the States, they're allowing full deletes of all trucks now.
That would be great. Wouldn't that be something?
I think that sooner or later we'll probably have to do the same thing, because what are you like? How are these trucks going to cross the border? Or these trucks won't be able to cross the border?
I
Or
don't know.
I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know. Um, yeah, I have no clue. Let's see. International S13 powertrain. Is that a rebranded Cummins?
It's not in the big trucks.
This is a big HV. Heavy vocational.
Yeah, but that's not an HX. That's an HV. That's like a 5-ton truck.
Is it? No, this is a
Yeah.
triaxle. HX? You want an HX?
You can't get an international motor in an HX. You can only get a Cummins.
Let's see what they have to say. You can be right. My build. Powertrain S13. That's what it says in here.
That's not an HX then. It's not an HX 620 or an HX 590. Could
Well,
be an HV, whatever the fuck that is.
it says HX. Whatever. It doesn't matter that much. But we're all getting fucked for these new motors that are going to do something different. Good thing I bought my trucks. I won't need new trucks for another 6 years, 7 years.
I'm only buying trucks now that are older than 2007, and we're just going to spend 60, 70K on them and redo them.
Wow.
That's my new.
For a while, you used to be able to buy rollers, like brand new roller trucks
Yeah,
with
yeah.
a motor in them, and put an old motor, like a refurb motor.
Yeah, well, they used to say they sold rollers forever because people would want to put their own motor in it.
Yeah, but you can't buy
They
them
s-
like that anymore.
Yeah, they stopped selling rollers like uh, right when the DEF came out. So 2000, maybe 2010, 2011, they stopped selling rollers, something like that.
Yeah, but that would have
Because what was happening was the big fleets, when they first brought the DEF out, the big fleets like Snyder took all their trucks in and put their own motors in them
been, yeah,
because it was cheaper than dealing with the DEF.
yeah, kept them on the road.
So, but we're just if we need if we need more trucks, I'm just gonna source out triaxles for 40 to 50,000, and then we're gonna spend 50,000 on them and whatever they need, and then we're gonna run them for 100 grand and blow smog out the fucking stacks.
It seems like the $10,000 pickup idea. 10x.
I think that it's a substantially cheaper way to run a truck than buy
Yeah,
a new one.
potentially. Like I don't know the numbers in trucking.
I don't even think it's potentially. I think it's 100%.
Yeah.
I think it's 100% cheaper to run the truck like that.
Well,
Because like a pure example is one of our guys has a 2000 Peterbilt, and he was coming up the DVP and the block cracked. He had a C12 block cracked, and so they towed the truck back to his yard. He pulled the motor out. Andrew drove to London with him with the skid steer. They pulled a motor out of a field, like literally out of a fucking icy field. Andrew dropped the motor twice because it was on a skid of ice, and the thing slid off the skid twice. Then he picked it up with the forks and dumped it in the back of Buddy's pickup truck. They drove it back. They took it out with the forks. He put it in the truck. It started it, and the truck was back to work.
wow.
Like that doesn't happen with anything built after 2007.
No. That's wild.
So you're better to spend money redoing the frame. Like another buddy of mine had a truck with a cat motor in it that has 1,000,000 kilometers on it, and the frame was gone. So they sent it and they got the frame cut off it and the frame redone and recertified. It cost 50 grand. Now the truck's fine.
Yeah.
Way better truck, way better vehicle. We should never have bought the 2 new trucks we bought. That was that was probably the biggest mistake that I've made at this company was buying the Kenworth, the W990. And even the new bin truck. Those are huge mistakes that I can't take back. We should have bought old trucks, refurbished them, then got them to put a new hook on it. Even the new, like the hook was more the problem than the truck. I mean, now we're stuck with these things, so it is what it is. But like, you can already see like the Christie's truck. You can already see it start like because they're new. You can already see the stuff starting to happen to it. They have all these weird like that truck has because it has an Eaton Fuller 18-speed automatic. It has a bunch of air over electric valves. And that's what how the dump body works, and it's just a bunch of bullshit. Like the older trucks, I guarantee that once we get the 2007 that we bought in the yard and we get the full refurb done on it, it'll be the most reliable truck that we own.
Plus, it'll be good to look at.
Yeah, it'll be great to look at.
Yeah.
Okay, so here we go. There is this new motor that I've never heard of before, an International S13 integrated. Oh, this is the one where the motor and the tranny are one unit. They just brought it out.
I don't know.
That's why it's called an integrated powertrain. So I read about this, and then
that sounds like a fucking great idea.
I saw like the comments on it, and there was like 10,000 comments on the post from International about, oh, this is the new Max Force. This is the new Max Force. This is the new Max Force. So it's 12.74 liter displacement, 400 to 515 horsepower, often paired with the T14 14-speed automated manual transmission, is part of International's new integrated powertrain and is designed to prove efficiency and serviceability. Or you can get the X15, the 15-liter diesel, 430 to 605 horsepower, popular application. So
I wonder what people are going to choose.
Well, the problem is they'll do what they did with Max First. They'll just build a bunch of them with those motors in and then sell them to people. I don't know. I would never buy one.
That's great to do in a shitty economy because people are just chomping at the bit to get these brand new trucks.
Yeah. It annoys me way more. Especially with the pickup trucks more than the big dump trucks, but it annoys me way more to make payments on a pickup truck than to just fucking fix it. Personally,
I don't see the payments. I see when I have to fix it because I don't like the downtime. The payments just take it out of the account and the truck's running fine, you know. When you have payments and still have to fix shit, then I get annoyed.
Yeah. I am. We got to get rid of the black Dodge, and then we're good. I'm going to find a 2015 to 2020 Chevy 6-liter crew cab, and we're going to buy that because those are fucking indestructible vehicles. And then we're going to run those.
Or park them because you don't need to do anything all summer.
To certify the entire fleet of shit we have, and 2 of them needed windshields that were expensive, but there's 6 trailers and 5 trucks we certified, so 11 things. To certify the whole fleet was like $18,000, which realistically, if we had in that fleet, if the black truck cost almost as much as that per year, I think the payment's $1,300 on it a month. So it's almost as much just to pay for that one vehicle than it is to certify the whole fleet.
Yeah. Did you buy the black Dodge new?
No. We bought it during COVID, so there was no new trucks available. The black Dodge and the white Dodge we bought during COVID.
What did you pay for them? Do you remember?
$75,000
on used financing. So you're what, 6-7%?
Probably. I don't much like you don't pay attention to the payments coming out of the bank account. I don't pay attention to that kind of stuff and just say, sure, we
You
need
pay attention to the rates. Like some people are getting fucking raked over the coals at like 28% rates. Like that's an important thing that you need to know.
Yikes.
Or not,
So
maybe like if it doesn't matter to you, then
so
fine,
well,
whatever.
so I don't I
More than
don't
a
disagree. I don't disagree with what you're saying. I think it's true. But then what it really comes down to is, do you need that?
yeah. Do you
Like
need it? And
if you're getting raked over the coals, but the payment is acceptable in the means of acceptability. Like if you budget for a payment of 1,100 with a normal interest rate, and the expanded interest rate, the payment is now 2,000, I'd be like, yeah, that's fucked. I would care about that. But if I budgeted 1,100 and the higher interest rate made it 1,200, I'd just be like, fuck it, whatever. I need the truck.
that's fair. I just whenever I'm buying, I look at the length of the term, the interest rate, and the cost of borrowing. Those are three like things that will ruin a fucking deal for me. And I'm not a numbers guy, but those things stick out to me, and that's what's important. Like we were gonna buy a truck years ago, a 750, and the rate was something like 8.2 or whatever, and the cost of borrowing over 5 years was like $55,000, right? So in order to buy that truck, you find your sticker price and add fucking $55,000 to it. And then
Yeah.
that doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, if I needed it and I couldn't do without it, fine, we would have found
Yeah.
some way to make it work, but that's an important factor to me. I mean, it just has to be the cost of borrowing has to be acceptable. So we didn't buy that one, obviously. So and the
Yeah.
way
I think,
down is to put a bigger down payment, right?
yeah.
Or get a better rate. But if it wasn't manageable, then it just didn't make sense. Because there's no way you're getting that cost of borrowing back whenever you sell the truck.
No, but you
Ever.
if you're buying a truck for work, you're hoping that you earn money with it. And
Yeah. But we both know that these mid-sized trucks and these small trucks don't make.
I think you're way braver. I think someone is way braver when they buy a mid-sized truck for 120, like those 1 tons that you buy. I think you have way more balls to buy that 1 ton than I do to buy a $300,000 triaxle. I think you are a way braver person because that truck will only earn money if you go and find work for it.
Well, in all
My
honesty,
trucks
that truck
earn money.
doesn't.
My trucks earn money constantly from work that other people found and then need a truck.
Yeah, that makes sense. And in all honesty, those little trucks don't make money. The people inside them make the money that pay for the truck,
Yeah.
right?
I don't disagree. I think you got to have a way bigger set of balls to buy a 1 ton dump truck than you do to have to buy a triaxle.
If I'm gonna put, like, I have to get the people around anyway, and they have to be able to move some material at the same time. So this is the best compromise between a half-ton truck where they can't do fuck all, can't hardly bring the diesel packer in it, or a big truck that none of them can drive, right? So we put them in something that fits what they're gonna do, and it's a it's just necessary.
I understand why you own them. 100% agree with why you own them. I'm saying it's you have to be braver to buy that truck than to buy the triaxles that I buy.
Yeah, yeah, and no. It just you're you found the work for these big trucks. So, and that's a pretty hard thing to do. Not every like my buddy who just bought two brand new triaxles. He's not a trucking guy yet, but here he goes. You know, he's like, hire them if you need them. I said, well, yeah, I'll hire them when I need them, whenever I'm spent, but to go out and just put yourself on the roster for these big construction guys at their shitty rates, that's a scary thing to do too.
That's horrifying.
I'm glad it's not me. Like, I mean, people will never call you for the things you don't have, right? Like you said,
That's the
but
truth.
um, I don't want to have the thing and then still not get called because that would be a fucking train wreck.
I think this is a tough, in my opinion, this is probably the worst time in the history of my life for someone to buy 2 brand new triaxles. Now, I hope that it works out for your friend. I
Me
wish
too.
him nothing but the
The last
I
thing
wish him nothing but the best. But currently, right now, to put it in perspective, in the GTA, on the repo list for heavy trucks, there's 40,000 dump trucks
What?
on the repo list
Richie,
in the GTA.
Where do you find that?
There's a tow truck guy that's what he does in his spare time.
Oh.
He goes and repos dump trucks.
That's crazy.
So he has access to the list because they want him to go repo. Yeah. There's 40,000 dump trucks on the repo list right now.
So it's a good economy to be a tow truck driver.
Oh, dump trucks are so they were so 2 years ago, they were like 360, 340. Now they're like 265. And I'm like, how much are these people? They're like $100,000 cheaper than they used to be because there's no dump truck work.
That's where they're supposed to be, right? They're supposed to be 255 and 240 and shit like that because you're only making $115 an hour with them. You know?
Yeah, I agree. I think that the rates suck and the cost of the truck sucks, but they're the things that I love the most. So what are you going to do?
No.
If you care about money, you should never buy dump trucks, heavy trucks of any kind. If you care about money, you're better to use someone else's trucks exclusively.
That's what I tell my competition so that they can use my bins. Better off to use my trucks. Try and buy one of your own, see how it works for you.
You'd be better to not have your trucks. So would I. But you wanted them for you because you
I
like
wanted
them.
them for me. I like them, and
but economically, if you were to take Mike's software, Hardscape headquarters, and run the numbers, it would tell you to just get bins from somebody else for your company. You could literally hire someone's bin truck every single fucking day, every day of the week, and it would be cheaper than owning your own by the end of the year.
There's 2 problems with that. First off, there's no other bin companies in my city.
Fair.
Second off, I'm way too disorganized or spontaneous to pre-plan what needs to go where at any certain time. Like, it's the morning, put the skid steer in the bin, we're going here, you know? Or load up an empty bin, go to the quarry, get this, bring it here.
Yeah.
That happens at 6:55 in the morning. That doesn't happen at 5 in the morning or 5 o'clock the night before, you know? So this is my way. These bin trucks are part of the way of compensating for my lack of preparedness.
Oh yeah, I'm just saying economically, it'd still be better to tell a guy to park his truck there at 6:30 in the morning and wait for you to make a decision than own your own truck.
Yeah, potentially. Yeah.
Oh, 100%. It's not even potentially. It's 100%. You'd be better to tell that guy to park there every morning at 6:30 and be like, I want you to come here every morning at 6:30 and park in my yard, and I will pay you every day for the season. And then like a hooker, when I'm done with you in fucking December, you will go away and sell your truck.
Why can't I do that for other people then?
Well, you could, yeah. Absolutely you could.
I don't know. I like having them. I like looking at them.
Well, I think I like having them too.
They've rot all winter, not moving.
You would be way better to have invested all the money you've invested in the bins and the bin trucks. You would have been financially far better to invest it in a 30-ton excavator and a fucking a roller, a big roller and a dozer, and that would have been a better use of your money. You would have made more money. But you don't love those things. You love the bin trucks. So
well, I could see myself loving those things because I love big things. Like I love equipment. I love that fucking giant flex.
That kind of equipment will make you way more money than a bin truck.
Plus, Chad's already got a dozer.
I have a dozer. I'm going to sell it, actually.
Are you?
I guarantee you that old dozer sitting up on the hill, it's been there for 6 months now. Guarantee I get in there. It doesn't even have a key. You turn 2 switches and then...
It doesn't have a key.
It doesn't have a key. You turn 2 safety switches and then push a button. And I guarantee you that fires right up.
The office is looking good behind you, Chad.
You like that? Yeah.
Yeah, when we first started recording this podcast and you were sitting in the basement, it looked like you were in a basement. It's like a nice, you're looking like I know, but it looked like a fucking basement. Now it looks like a office. Like it's a full blown, like there's no empty closet with your wife's fancy dresses in it, like in my office.
Thank my father-in-law for this. He did all the work down here while we were gone on vacation. Now
It looks
it's some place that I could potentially run a multi-million-dollar company out of
like you could run a multi-million-dollar company out of it.
with my dog's kennel right beside me. But
I don't think that's fair. People have dogs. Unless you're in New York City, they're banning dogs or something.
hmm, yeah, I heard about that.
I didn't hear about that.
A lot of places, the rumor is we have to be considerate of the Muslims, and
I didn't know that they even had an issue with dogs.
I didn't either. And maybe they don't. Maybe it's just the algorithm pumping this fucking myth, right? You never know.
I don't
Trying
know.
to sow division and stuff like that. Maybe it's not that bad, or maybe it is. I don't know. But I'm not giving up my fucking dog. I'll tell you that.
Oh, your dog, they're coming for your dog and they're coming for your land.
Wow,
Yeah, well,
that'll be a cold day in hell.
they're coming for your dog and they're coming for your land.
No way. Where was I? I was reading some.
Have you seen all the posts now that are full on Instagram, like full blown? And it's like, I don't need permits on stolen land. And it's some guy digging a basement or something. There's no such thing as a speeding ticket on stolen land.
I I tried to make an appointment for this fucking blood work um online, Life Labs, whatever. And I'm scrolling through the website trying to find the time and shit like that. And you scroll to the bottom, there's a fucking land acknowledgement. At the bottom, I'm just like, I just want to get fucking blood work, man. I don't need to read a land acknowledgement. It was just ridiculous. The front page, land acknowledgement. I bet if you bring up the website, it comes up. Oh my God. Like, I'm just trying to get blood work. I don't even want the blood work. Sure as shit don't want to read a land acknowledgement.
Can't get blood. You're giving.
Yeah, front page. If you go to Life Labs, there's a land acknowledgement at the bottom of the page.
But isn't there multiple life labs? Like, shouldn't there be different land acknowledgements for every place there's a life lab?
Well, I'm in the Ontario one. You sure as shit know the British Columbia one's gonna have it. Yep. And there's the Saskatchewan one. They got it too. Whatever.
Maybe we should add one to our website.
We should start off the National Heavy Equipment Show with a land acknowledgement.
Have you seen the video? I think it was in Toronto of the guy reading the taxpayer's acknowledgement
Yeah.
before he asks his question at Toronto City Council, and it's all about how much money they waste and all this shit that's going on. And it was pretty funny.
I found something yesterday talking to my heavy truck salesman, and Caleb Alman would appreciate this one. Anytime my Freightliner salesman sells a truck to the city of Cornwall, he can't put aluminum rims on it because the people, the taxpayers in Cornwall, complain about the aluminum rims on the truck, saying the city is spending too much money. This is a city who's spent $20 million on a failed art gallery that they've been renovating for the past 10 years. A failed art gallery. It's right downtown. It sucked up $20 million of our money. And
what was the hope with it? Like, was it going to bring people to Cornwall to regenerate the $20 million?
no, it was a money pit. Like, it was supposed to be like a $2 million thing. But then they peeled back the fucking foreskin of this building and it was rotten to shit. But they're already in it for $2 million. So the snowball just kept rolling. And first off, there's no fucking parking at this place. It's right downtown. Like, there's 2 parking spots out front for the whole downtown. Like, this is no place
What kind
for
of art? What kind of, like, I never thought of Cornwall as being I never thought of Cornwall as being like a fine art town.
Well, it's not.
Like, if I want to see some fine art,
No.
if I want to see some fine art, I'm heading to Cornwall. and to the subway because that girl got fired.
I don't
Oh, that's right.
I sent you those reels of that girl who was getting fired from the subway or whatever at Cornwall. Did you watch them?
I
Oh,
saw them.
I thought you meant like
Yeah.
like a train subway.
Is that the
No,
subway that you go to, Chad?
I don't frequent a subway.
No. Okay.
Well, we were in Scotland. My wife's like, I have this subway gift card. Do you think it works here? Like, I'm pretty sure it doesn't.
No.
Like, why do we need to go to the subway in Scotland? Like, there's all this.
Couldn't you go get some pub food?
We did. Yeah, I had a pie. What do they call it? Just like a
Steak and kidney pie?
steak and bean pie or whatever.
Did you try haggis?
My wife had a haggis pizza. Yeah,
What's a haggis pizza?
just haggis on her pizza. She said it was one of the best pizzas she ever had.
Really?
Yeah,
Nice.
Yeah.
How was the concert?
great.
Yeah.
My wife didn't even know who it was. She loved it. You could get double pints there.
Oh yeah.
A double pint is a fucking hell of a lot of beer.
Did it come in a
That's
boot?
all.
No, it came in a big glass. And there's the people there are so nice, way nicer than Canadians. You can't even tell who's a Canadian anymore. Like, we're so mashed up. But there, you know who's Scottish.
I hate Canada so much. I was actually thrilled when the US won the gold.
It didn't upset me one bit.
I was so fucking happy. I was like, good, because this country won't change unless we lose. If we lose the gold medal game, there'll be a huge introspective into the country and how fucked up it is. But if we have won the gold medal, they'd be like, everything's great here. We won a hockey game. We don't need to change anything. Continue down this path. But because we lost, now everyone's like, this country's fucked. Everything's fucked up in this country. And it's like this huge, you go online and everyone's doing this big introspective look in Canada because we lost the gold medal hockey game, which has nothing to do with the mass immigration and inflation and the lack of the fact that we don't actually process any food here anymore. And we send all our raw material food to other countries and then buy it back processed because we deleted all the processing plants in this fucking country. None of that, like, that is not stuff that people would ever actually look at unless we lose the gold medal hockey game.
Yeah, true. We also cheated at curling.
We did cheat
Twice.
at curling.
Twice?
Yeah, I think it was men's and women's that did it.
Wow. What
Yeah.
a bunch of fucking losers.
Yeah.
Whatever.
The best was that that guy has cheated at curling so fucking much that the Swedish team set up a camera to catch him cheating at curling, and he thought he knew that the traditional way that curling gets recorded on TV, there'd be no way to prove that he double touched the stone, and that's why he was so vicious with them, going, I didn't double touch it. I didn't do this. I didn't that, because he knew that in the traditional way the cameras are set up, there's no way to tell he double touched the stone. But the Swedish had their own cameras set up to catch him double touching the stone.
Good.
That's how often he does it.
Maybe it just goes to show the only way to get ahead in Canada is to cheat somehow.
I guess.
Because our own system has fucking rigged it so that we're always losing.
Do you have any desire currently in this moment to live the rest of your life in this country?
No.
What about
No.
you, Mike?
Go ahead. Sorry.
The more I watch
The more you
social
listen to
media
us.
and listen to you guys, no.
There is going to come a time whenever I'm cashed out here and I move on to something else. That's likely going to be when my daughter is gone, old enough to move elsewhere or whatever, come visit us in wherever. But then we'll start the process of selling it all off here and riding off into the sunset.
Yeah, I have zero desire to spend even another minute in this country. I understand that I have to because there's things I have to do in order to get the fuck out of this country. But I have zero desire to. I used to, like, for 50 years, I was pretty proud to be from Canada. It's a fucking embarrassment to be from Canada now.
Yeah.
I will say that I don't particularly like Mark Carney, but at least when he's on a international stage, he seems professional and he's well spoken. And like when he flies to India, they're probably not going to search his plane for cocaine. and
Well,
then ground it.
I'm just hoping that he doesn't dress up like fucking Trudeau did for weeks on end. Like,
He doesn't
what
seem like he's going to.
yeah, with these colorful fucking outfits and shit.
He's in no way my favorite person, but I will say that I don't think he's an embarrassment internationally. Like Trudeau was an absolute embarrassment internationally. Carney seems to be well respected by the international community, so I don't think that that helps us at all. But at least he does. At least he's not wearing stupid socks, mumbling, saying nothing
Yeah.
because he's high on fucking coke, and they ground his plane in fucking India for a week. Like I don't. Maybe that will happen. He's going to India.
And it wasn't because the plane didn't run or something. Our planes were too.
They said it was missing parts, but the whole time, like the Indian army was like on the plane, and there's a whole bunch of shit about it. If you Google it, you can read all the stuff. But because Modi hates Trudeau, right?
Oh yeah.
Because Trudeau was a big promoter no, Modi hates Trudeau because Trudeau is a big believer in the separation of Kazakhstan or whatever, the Sikh nation from India. And he allowed them to have their referendums in British Columbia. So that because if they try to have their referendums to separate, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, Kazakhstan, it could be a different way to pronounce it. I'm terrible. But if the Indian government won't allow them to have their referendums on Indian land to separate the Sikh nation from India. So he was allowing them to have those referendums in British Columbia or something. And Trudeau was a big supporter of the separation of the Sikh nation from India. That's why Modi didn't like Trudeau.
Right.
Plus, he's also high on coke. Trudeau does have the greatest arc of any human ever, though.
Yeah.
Ski instructor, teacher, destroyer of a G7 country, dating Katy Perry. That's a fucking arc, man. That's a hard arc to meet.
I bet she's a real pain in the ass. Just looking at her, she looks exhausting.
She loves his daughter. She loves his son's rap music, apparently.
Of course she does. Oh, these people make me sick. I quit. I fucking quit, man. Just leave me in my little bubble.
Yeah, I wish there was a little bubble. I've wondered if it would be better for me if I just wasn't in the GTA.
Well, I like not being in the GTA.
Like Paisley got offered a chance to, or she's working on a chance to play for a soccer team in Thunder Bay, in like the highest league there is. And so they would, I think, essentially what they'll do is like she gets her room and board paid for, and I guess it's like kind of semi-pro, maybe you could almost call it.
Right
like
on. Good for her.
Soccer. And so she called me and I was like, go live anywhere but the fucking GTA. I have lived in this shithole for 52 years. It fucking sucks here. Nothing has gotten better. The traffic is worse. If you got to go anywhere in this city, it's an hour and a half.
Oof.
Like you got to go anywhere. I don't care where you're going. It's like an hour and a half. Like it's fucked. It's an hour and a half in the middle of the night. Like there's so many fucking people and cars and
No, thank you. No, thank you.
It's fucking crazy. It's just such a shithole here. I said to her, like, go live in Thunder Bay and see what that's like for a bit. It's got to be better than living here.
Colder.
Definitely cold. It's 8 hours north of the Sioux. Like she's in the Sioux.
For 1,000 years, men will still say this was their finest hour.